Debanjan Roychoudhury, Gianna Campa, and Aunray Stanford were the organizers for the 2026 NYU Tech for Change Urban Informatics for Safe, Just, and Thriving Communities Hackathon. They explained the importance of inviting participants from all backgrounds and levels of experience or lived experience with science, tech, policy, and data to assist in building civic tech tools to design and reimagine systems of safe, just, and thriving neighborhoods of the future today. All of the projects worked with communities or community organizations to build equitable, just, and impactful community tools. Aunray demoed SafeStep, a pedestrian navigation tool that helps people traverse densely populated urban areas. SafeStep uses machine learning, spatial modeling, and open datasets to inform the user of incident patterns on the area they are navigating. The tool is not meant to replace already existing navigation tools, but to add another layer of transparency to help commuter everyday decision making. Check out their work, links in the description box below.
So my name is Debanjan Roychoudhury.
My name is Gianna Campa.
And my name is Aunray Stanford.
And we represent the P.I.T. Public Interest Technology University Network Tech for Change Hackathon that happened this past March at New York University. It was the Urban Informatics for Safe, Just, and Thriving Communities Hackathon that took place at 370 J Street, Center for Urban Science and Progress, in collaboration with a number of different amazing community-based partners, including Columbia University's Center for Justice, Justice Through Code, including City Council's data team, the Public Advocate's Office, and community-based organizations like Kings Against Violence Initiative, Guns Down, Life Up, and Man Up Incorporated. And so we're really excited here to be sharing some of the projects that were award winners from that hackathon that was completely based in civic technology, public interest technology to build communities for tomorrow today. We were really emphasizing peer-led curricular development, workforce development, and experiential learning. So a big part of this was NYU's prison education program and having folks at the center who have the experience of lived community and justice impact.
We really didn't want this to be an exclusionary experience where the data and the tech are getting developed without community input. So we made sure to invite and strategically outreach to many community-based organizations and their participants in programs and community members, and invite them in to lead projects with data scientists and technologists. We had sponsored projects from several of our community-based organizations, like Free Our Vote, which works to expand enfranchisement for justice system impacted individuals. It was a labor of love. It was a great community feeling in there. We had a great keynote speaker, Dr. Dennis Prince Mapp, who works at Citizen App, and a panel with City Council's data team, Kavi, Man Up, and also the Center for Justice Innovation and Vera Institute of Justice.
We were intentional about the community partners we chose, like my peers said, and centering the voices of community as experts also in this work, and just exploring together what tech-based solutions can look like at the intersection of public safety and emerging technologies. So I'll echo Gianna that it was a labor of love, and I'm also happy to be a member of one of the winning teams and winning most innovative with a tool that we hope will benefit our community.
A big part of this was the support, funding, and really the guidance and mentorship of the Public Interest Technology University Network. We were very fortunate to be selected as one of the member institutions. Gianna, Aunray, myself, CUSP, NYU, all of our partners were really fortunate to have that support to really build out a meaningful event with real prizes, support for our speakers. We had some great food and nourishment. We got to be in the space in person. And part of the development of this was also micro-credentialing through digital badges. So P.I.T. having the stamp of approval on our projects and our participants, our judges, our organizers, our mentors and volunteers, for all of us to be able to then add to our resumes that we got to contribute to this. We got to learn new skills like retrieval augmented generation, like geographic information systems, like causal inference, and get to apply that in real time in a fun, exciting, slightly competitive way in which we all left feeling like winners, and we all left feeling like this was just the beginning of a much longer term scaled commitment on the part of the city, our universities, our community-based orgs, and all all of our partners. So we want to say thank you, and we hope to continue working with HIT-UN and the entire New York City public interest technology community going forward.
Bearing in mind public interest technology and keeping in mind the priorities of our community partners while building, I came up with the idea for a SafeStep, which is a pedestrian navigation tool. This is specifically for urban pedestrians who navigate densely populated urban landscapes. And I myself was stabbed multiple times about a 10-minute walk away from the NYU campus safety department. All right. Afterwards, I learned that I was surrounded by all of the safety infrastructure that university invests in for the protection of its students. May it be emergency blue light phones, CCTV, campus safety officer deployment. None of these things helped me on this night because I had no idea they were there. While Google or Apple Map may optimize for speed or convenience, they do little to inform you about the safety of the areas you're traversing. We're not looking to replace any of the safety infrastructure that already exists, but SafeStep wants to act as a layer between that infrastructure and the user's actual day-to-day decision making. I have a landing page here for SafeStep that illustrates some of what the project is about, the map, and how we're ingesting data, which is the most interesting thing and what makes SafeStep an effective navigation tool. So we're looking to use an A-star pathfinding algorithm, but to also customize that by ingesting NYC open data, so 911 calls and crime reports, 311 reports about lighting fixtures, and 511 APIs that would offer information about pedestrian cluster patterns around high traffic transit areas. These data sets help to create historical picture and a proxy where the rest of our data ingestions either lack. The other two sources of data will be institutional partner data and user-generated data. All of these things are attached to a safety composite indexing system where each segment or each block on a city street essentially has a risk score, and all of the blocks of your route would create a cumulative risk score where the safest route would be suggested to the user. SafeStep doesn't propose to keep anyone safe, right? That would be irresponsible and untrue. But what SafeStep is offering is the information for users to make safety-informed travel decisions. One of the challenges we face is with the data integration being so sophisticated and so robust, just staying on top of making sure that it's clean and that we have an equal balance of static and dynamic data to avoid redlining or creating a narrative around certain communities that they are unsafe. We understand safety to be something that isn't static, something that's dynamic and based on lighting, population density, police presence or absence, and many, many variables. Taking that into account, just making sure we have the information to create the best representation of the streets that we actually walk without any bias.